You understand? And if you love him like that, guess what? You would keep his commandments and do what he tells you to do. You understand?
For the love of money is a root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what? And you even have some Israelites, I guarantee there's some Israelites who took money as well. You understand? I guarantee it. Because the love of that money, the love of power, the desire for that power. You understand? It's just like what Scarface said in the movie, right? First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. You understand? And that's how our people see things. Like that is branded in their mind. That's in their mind all the time. If I get the money, then I can get the power. If I get the power, then I get the women. You understand? And that is madness. Madness. There's only one true power, and that's Yahweh. Right? The Creator. Right? And the Son, the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. You understand? That's your power. Not money. You understand? Not money, not the love of it. Right? It's going to get you destruction. We don't know.
But thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things.
Right, again. Flee these things, meaning get away from these things. You understand what I'm saying? Get away from these things, because all these things really are carnal. Right? All these things are carnality. Separate from that stuff. Walk in the spirit, not the flesh. Right? Walk in the spirit, not the flesh. We don't know. Read it again.
But thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness.
Exactly. Give me right? And if any man is telling you contrary, again, you separate from that person. You understand? You separate from that person. You understand? You're supposed to be walking in the fruits of the Spirit. Our people are supposed to be growing spiritually. Right? You're supposed to be growing spiritually. Put that carnal stuff away. Alright? We don't know. The second chapter and verse 1. Alright.
2 Peter chapter 2, verses 1. But there were false prophets also among the people. Even there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies.
Heresy means dealing with destructive opinion. Right?
And many shall follow. Okay, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Right, pernicious ways means it's an immoral lifestyle. Right? Immoral conduct, immoral behavior. Many people are going to follow that. They're going to follow that example that was set before them. Right? They're going to follow these false prophets. Right? With this immoral lifestyle, immoral conduct and behavior, right? Which is going to bring upon themselves swift destruction. Not only that, but because of these conducts, their behavior, their manner of life, they're making the word of truth, they're making the Bible seems wicked. They make the word of the Most High look evil. Just by their actions, their behavior, and what they teach. It makes everybody want to stay away from the Bible, stay away from the word. You see that? We don't know.
And through covetousness shall they with foreign words make merchandise of you.
Right. It says, and through covetousness, right? And with vain words, meaning they're going to make merchandise of you. Meaning They're going to use this for gain. Right? They're going to use this for gain. You understand what I'm saying? Because you ain't nothing but a paycheck to them, basically. You understand? But they will use the Bible for gain. They're not truly sincere about it. It's just a means to get to an end. Right? They look at it as a means for an end financially. You understand what I'm saying? It's not sincere. It's about a means for an end financially, for gain. You understand? They're not content with what they have originally. They want more. So for financial reasons, they use the word of the Most High to get it. Right? And also it says their actions will make people criticize the truth. Their behavior will make people criticize the truth. I gotta bring that out. So these men's actions, their conduct, their behavior will make people criticize the truth.
Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Right. Their destruction is on the way. They don't see it. Or maybe they do. But their destruction is on the way, and it's not delaying. The Most High is going to deal with that situation. Right? The Most High is going to handle that situation. All right? Read on now.
For if Yahweh spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell, and deliver them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment.
Read on.
And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
See that? So the Most High, He don't partial. Right? He don't partial. Because if we as Israelites had to face the judgment, you understand? Why are we in this condition we in? For disobedience. You understand? The Most High loves us. Right? We're His peculiar treasure. But when we slip up, He judges us the same. He don't partial. Right? He don't care how you feel, what you think and all. No. When when you mess up, you're going to have to pay it. You're going to have to pay the price. You understand? And just as He did with the old world, with Noah, He killed every living thing except who was on the ark. Whatever animal was on the ark, Noah and his family, that's all saved. Everything else died. The Most High don't play these games. People do. He do not. Right? He's long-suffering. He's patient, giving us opportunity to repent and to seek Him. You understand? But what? His patience is going to run out. His patience is going to run out. And you're going to feel the wrath of it. You don't know.
And turn the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes.
You see that? He turned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. And this is the New Testament. Right? This is the New Testament. Right? This is being reiterated again. Right? The Most High did that for an example. Right? Read on.
Condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample into those that after shall live ungodly.
Exactly. Sodom and Gomorrah was an example for anyone who want to practice that lifestyle, that alternative lifestyle. You see that? So when I'm talking about America destruction, and when I'm telling you to separate from America, right? To separate from what? That alternative lifestyle. That's exactly what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. But see, a lot of y'all are going to be like Lot's wife. You understand? A lot of y'all are going to be Lot's wife. You understand? A lot of y'all are going to be Lot's wife. Y'all are going to feel that wrath of the Most High. You understand? Because you don't want to separate. Right? Read on now.
And deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Right, the filthy conversation. Again, the word is anastrophe, meaning conduct. So you have a filthy conduct, filthy behavior, a filthy lifestyle. You see that? So if you have a filthy conduct, filthy behavior, filthy lifestyle, you're going to feel the judgment of the Most High God. Right? Read on now.
For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Exactly. When we see all the wickedness going on, right? It vexes you. You understand? It vexes you. Do you see? Because we know what the Most High say, and we see they're breaking the Most High's laws. You understand? As a matter of fact, they're going totally contrary, right? Blaspheming even the Most High by their actions, their deeds, their manner of life, their behavior. Just as we read what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. He destroyed them for an example. But that same lifestyle they were living in Sodom and Gomorrah, they're living it now, right? Meaning they don't fear the Most High. If you fear him, right, you would actually change your life if that's how you live it. But apparently you don't fear him, or you don't believe in the Bible, right? But it's going to manifest to you that it is real, right? We don't know.
The Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust into the day of judgment to be punished.
Exactly. Didn't he delivered Lot? That's the example he used. He delivered Lot, right? The Most High delivered Lot. But the rest who want to stay with that lifestyle, like Lot's wife, she didn't want to leave that alone. So what? She got destroyed in the process too. You understand? She got destroyed. Because again, this alternative lifestyle is being crammed down your throat, hook, line, and sinker, even down your children's throat when they go to school, or probably daycare. Right? It's being crammed down their throat, whether you know it or not. It is. Right? It is. Check your school curriculum and see what they're feeding to your children. You understand? See what they're feeding to your children. But again, our people, they love it. They love the ways of the world. Right? And because you love the ways of the world, right, you're going to get the judgment the world is going to get. Right? You're going to get the judgment the world is going to get. Remember, back in the times of Noah, right? It never rained on the earth before during the time of Noah. And when Noah was telling them that it was going to rain, they laughed at him, they mocked him, they scoffed. You understand? Why? They didn't want to change their behavior, their lifestyle, and their conduct. They didn't want to change. So what happened? The Most High brought the flooding, right? He brought that judgment down and handled that situation. What do you think is going to happen now? What do you think is going to happen now? Do you think y'all are going to get away with the wickedness y'all are doing? Do you think y'all are going to escape it? You don't know.
But chiefly them that walk after the flesh.
Exactly. Y'all are walking after the flesh, the lust of the flesh. You understand? There's a judgment for such things. That is not of the Most High. Read on now.
And the lust of uncleanness.
Right, and the lust of uncleanness. That's why when you have women dressing provocatively, right? They dress provocative, showing cleavage, right? Some of them damn near their butt cheeks showing. You seen the camel toe, you seen all that. Why? They love the attention they get from men, or probably women. They love the attention, right? But that is going to lead to your destruction. You understand? That's going to lead to your destruction. Right? Read on, man.
And despise government.
Read on.
Presumptuous are they.
Matter of fact, you know what? Go to Matthew. Go to Matthew.